92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
I've always said dating is a lot like volleyball.
You have?
Yeah.
I've never heard that at all.
You know, you got a bump,
What?
set, and then spike. Right?
I don't get it.
Yeah. And if anybody knows about dating in volleyball, it's Joanna, who's on the phone for a second date update right now. Right, Joanna?
Yeah, I am here.
Yep.
Hi, guys.
I'm hoping it's
Joanna.
because you actually play volleyball.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
She knows a thing or two about
Okay.
bump setting and spiking. Am I right?
You are right.
Your email said you met the dude you want to call today playing volleyball.
I did, yes. We're on a rec league together.
He's your teammate, huh?
No. Actually, he's on the opposite team.
Oh, an
okay.
enemy.
Yeah. Does he French braid his hair too and put ribbons in it and then do lots of chants in the middle of the court?
No, he doesn't.
What's his name?
Brandon.
Brandon. Okay. And were you trying to sleep with Brandon in order to get the plays from the other team?
Playbook.
No, I was not.
Because that's what I would be doing. All right.
You play in some serious rec leagues,
I do,
Jubal.
I do.
Yeah, I mean, that is competitive.
I've had to do a lot of bad things,
Yeah.
but our record was pretty good. So,
Okay. Worth it.
how'd you end up scoring a date with Brandon if he's not on the same team as you?
Well, let me preface this by saying there's no ref in our rec league.
Okay.
So there was a questionable call,
Uh-huh.
and it happened to be near me. So I said it was out.
Uh-huh.
And immediately the opposing team went after me. Everyone was yelling, and it got pretty heated.
Dude, and seriously, rec leagues get so intense.
Oh, they do.
I mean, it's ridiculous. It's almost as if they think that they're in the Olympics.
Yeah, well, the teams were pretty chippy all night.
Okay, so you guys were heated.
Yes, definitely heated.
Well, that
Okay.
would make somebody get hot and bothered.
What?
Am I right? A little anger?
No, not exactly how it happened. But Brandon was he was in on it too. He was also yelling at me.
Oh my gosh, he was yelling at you?
Yeah, I mean, the whole team was mad at me because I said the ball was out, and they thought the ball was in. But it was
Okay.
clearly out. I was right there.
So wait, how did that lead to a date?
Well, somebody on the opposing team, because it got so heated, somebody called me a derogatory word.
Oh, wow.
Not appropriate.
So Brandon actually turned on his teammate and started arguing with him because the word was definitely over the line.
Yeah.
man.
So he was your knight in shining armor.
Well, it felt like that because the fight got so out of hand, Brandon punched the dude.
Wow, he punched
Oh
his
my
own
God!
teammate. I like how he's yelling at you, and then one of his friends pipes up and crosses lines like, wait a second. And so he actually punched his own teammate.
Yes.
Wow.
Dude.
And I felt like he was kind of standing up for me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but the whole thing escalated, it sounds like, really quickly. Like, were you freaked out or were you like, oh, dreamboat?
The whole, arguing between the teams didn't really bother me. But once Brandon punched the guy, I was like, basically, I've got to get out of here.
Yeah.
It just got real.
Yeah, it got pretty crazy. And basically, at that point, I just had to leave.
Okay, so how did you end up going out with Brandon, though?
So I see Brandon in the parking lot, and he confesses to me that he got kicked out of the league because he did that, because he punched the guy.
For you.
Oh.
He got kicked
Dude,
out
This is,
of a co-ed rec league volleyball for you.
these things are so crazy. I mean, he probably ruined friendships, too.
Yeah, and if you know anything about these kind of leagues, it's devastating if you're kicked off the team.
I know.
all
That
you got.
shows how destined you two are to be together. That's amazing. And a beautiful story.
That's what I would say.
Okay. So what, in his tears in the parking lot, he asked you out?
No, actually, I gave him my number, and I said, we should get some coffee sometime. And he said, yeah, sure.
Okay, and did you actually get coffee?
Yes, we did. We had coffee, and...
Did anybody get punched in the face on this occasion?
No punching.
Okay.
But he was still, a little bit down, from being kicked out. So
What did he say about the punching incident?
He just felt bad about it, and he kind of regretted it because he didn't want to be kicked off the team. But the guy definitely shouldn't have said the word to me, so he kind of felt good about, taking matters into his own hands and literally and standing up for me.
Okay, so how did coffee go then?
I think that it went really well. I mean, I was cracking jokes and stuff, and Brandon's a really nice guy. He's really great, and I definitely was very attracted to him.
Okay.
And I didn't get the feeling that he punches people on a regular basis, which
that's
is good.
Another positive
Yeah,
about
wow.
Brandon.
Yeah.
So how did everything end then?
Well, I said, we should do this again. And he said, yeah. So I was texting him, and he basically hasn't texted me back, and it's been a week now.
Like
Okay.
nothing?
Nothing, no response at all. And I've texted him, several times.
And why do you think he's not calling you back if you thought everything went so great?
I couldn't think of anything except for he might think that I'm high maintenance.
Why?
Really?
What did you do?
Well, I sent my coffee back 2 times because it wasn't right. But, but I like my coffee, and it wasn't right, so I sent it back.
It does sound kind of high maintenance.
What wasn't right?
I mean, I guess it depends why you're sending it back. Were you sending it back because it wasn't exactly 184 degrees?
No, I was sending it back because it wasn't made properly, and that's just, if I order a coffee a certain way, then it should be made a certain way.
Yeah,
were you-
not getting a high maintenance vibe from you at all
Yeah.
on that.
If you like coffee, you know how you want things, you know what it should taste like, what it should look like. And so if it's not like that, you send it back.
Okay.
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 Well, maybe that did it. We'll find out. We'll play a song, come back, and then call him and get your second date update, okay?
Okay.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Hey, Joanna, I never asked you this. Did you guys kiss at the end of your first date?
No, we didn't,
No.
but there was definitely a lot of chemistry.
Okay,
Yeah.
did you try to beat anybody up?
What?
Because it also seems like something you guys like.
Well, if you're asking me if we walk the streets and just beat random people up, no.
Huh. Okay, yeah, I just figured it's something you might be into. If you're just tuning in for today's second date update, Joanna is on the phone, and she wants us to call a guy named Brandon. They met at a co-ed volleyball league when there was an argument that broke out between her team and his team. His team was mad at her because she was saying that a ball was out when they thought it was in, and then one of Brandon's teammates, the dude we're about to call, got upset and called her a name, and then Brandon punched that guy in the face and stood up for her honor. And then they went and got coffee. She thought everything went great, but now she's not getting a call back.
I think this one is such a hard one to judge because a coffee date, you can't tell a whole lot if someone's really into you because you guys are sober and it's during the day. Like a kiss at the end of it would be insane to me.
I totally agree. I think it would have been a bit inappropriate just to have coffee and then make out or something in a car.
Oh,
Right.
weird. I don't know what kind of coffee dates you guys go on, but
Yeah. Apparently yours are a lot better.
yeah, mine are pretty exciting.
Wow.
All right, I'm going to give him a call right now and see if we can find out why he's not getting back to you, okay?
Great. Thank you.
Okay, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is this Brandon?
Yep, it is.
Hey, Brandon, how are you? This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the morning.
Hi.
Hi. How's it going today, Brandon?
It's fine. Can I? What's this about?
Well, I'm calling you today because we got an email about you from somebody who listens to our show.
Okay. Why?
Good
Well,
question.
because we hear you're pretty good with a left cross.
What's going on here? I don't know what you're talking about.
Or was it an uppercut, not a left cross? I don't know. I don't know what
Those
kind of punch you
details are
threw,
not
but
important.
I do know that you threw a pretty good punch.
I'm just really confused right now. Can you just tell me why you're calling me in the first place?
Oh, sure. Why didn't you ask before? I'm calling because we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and they like you a lot, but you don't call them back, they email us to get you on the phone and ask what happened. So you recently went to get coffee with a girl named Joanna.
Oh.
And that's why I asked about the punching, because she told us the story of how she met you and you punched one of your teammates on the volleyball team because he called her a name, and then you went to go get coffee.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The punching thing makes sense. So what? She emailed you about that?
Yeah, because she says that she thought you guys had a lot of chemistry when you were having coffee, but now you won't plan another date with her.
Oh my God, that's too heavy size, Brandon.
So can you tell us why you don't want to go out with her again?
Well, I don't know. I feel I'm better off single, and that's pretty much it.
Did she come off as like too, what was her words? She thought maybe she looked high maintenance when she sent her coffee back a couple times?
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to hurt her feelings. You know, I wish her the best and all that, but she was just pretty forward on the date, and then that's putting it nicely.
She was forward, as in like the things that she said to you, or
She was blunt.
or she walked forward, and you like people who walk backward.
I highly doubt it's that one.
That's a thing, I think.
No,
It's not a thing.
no, she was just really intense with the things she was saying. Like in the first 5 minutes, she kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
What'd she say?
Really?
Would she get into politics or religion or something?
No, it wasn't stuff like that. It was just like stuff about me. Like she just kept saying weird things to me.
Can you give us an example?
Yeah, well, just stuff about how I looked. You know, she just was like commenting on my clothes. She didn't like my hair. She just was like, "Oh, I can tell why you're single." Yeah, I can tell you're single.
What?
You know, maybe if you got a nicer haircut.
Oh,
What? She was insulting your haircut?
Jeez, man.
Oh, my haircut, my pants, my shoes, like like always like that. Like, oh, I can tell you're single. You need a good woman. You need a good woman to tell you how to look good.
Oh,
You need a lady to
dude.
teach you how to dress.
That's so weird.
I don't know. It just really rubbed me the wrong way. And it was like you're a slob, but you know you're a cute slob. I find you're cute, but you're a slob.
It's just strange because when we talked to her, all she talked about was how attracted she was to you.
That's not how I remember it. Like maybe she just sees me as some kind of, I don't know, a project.
Oh, like a Barbie doll. Like she can dress you up, do your hair any way she wants.
Well, like a Ken doll, I guess. But
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Oh, that would make me mad.
yeah, she was critiquing me the whole time on everything.
Okay.
Oh, man.
All right, well, that makes sense. I wonder if she's got any more critiques, though, because she is on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Hi, Brandon.
Oh my God. Really?
Yeah, that's Joanne right there.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Dude, Joanna, you're coming in hot. Don't you want to apologize?
No, I don't want to apologize. Everything I said was true. I mean, his shoes, were ridiculous. They didn't go with his outfit, and they were really dirty. Like, he needed to throw them in the washer or just clean them. But I was still very attracted to him. He just needed, like, a little touch-up or help or something, you know?
What were you attracted to? You didn't say one single nice thing about me.
That is a valid question.
Well, I think that your facial structure has promise.
Oh, nice.
There's hope.
What does that? What?
I thought you were really cute, just like a little lost boy that needed maybe a little help. And then you'd be super hot.
Wow. Yeah. Thanks. That's really sweet of you.
You're welcome.
Oh my God, he's being sarcastic.
Yeah.
You're being awful. Why would you, don't go out with somebody if you want to change everything about them.
I'm not going after him. I mean, what I say is true. I mean, I don't want to beat around the bush. I'm honest.
No, it's true to you. There's a difference, right? So you think he needs those things. He obviously doesn't.
No, honestly, if you guys were there, you would see that he is cute, but maybe on the verge of something better. Like, he clearly hasn't had a woman in his life for a long time.
And if he just had a woman in his life, he could be better.
Brandon, are you hearing this?
Yeah, no, I did hear it, and I heard it for like 45 minutes at a coffee shop, and and I really appreciate you guys calling me to make me relive this thing.
No problem. Our
I
pleasure.
don't see what the problem is. I think that you guys should be thanking me for this because people are not honest anymore. Everyone's like passive aggressive. And personally, I think that he should thank me for, being honest and forthright with him.
Dude, he wasn't even asking you for help. There's a difference between honesty and just being a plain asshole.
Yeah.
I am not an asshole. You know what? I think the assholes in life are the people who don't say anything, the passive aggressive people who stay in the corner and won't tell anyone the truth.
Listen, I could have told you the same thing, right? I could have been like, because I know why you're single. It's very clear to me why you're single. It's very clear to everyone else, but I don't go out and say it, okay?
And why do you think I'm single? Because you're not brave enough to say it.
Ooh.
Well, I think it was a rhetorical question, right?
You're scared. You're a coward. Just say it. Why am I single?
Uh-oh.
You'd like me to tell you, well, you know what? I'm not going to give you that satisfaction. How about
Oh.
Please, you're just another one of those sheeple. I mean, really.
that? You know, you'd make a great dominatrix. I think that's...
He does bring up
Well,
a very good point.
If that's what you're
Yeah, I
looking for,
mean,
Brandon,
yeah.
would you like to go on a second date with Joanna? We will pay for it, and she can punish you.
Oh, my God. No.
Brandon, listen, you can't handle an intense, forward, confident woman. And you know what? I understand why you were single, because you don't have the balls to listen to someone who's telling you the truth. You know what? You should stay single, and you don't deserve someone like me.
Whoa! Yeah, I don't think he deserves someone like you. I think that that's absolutely true. He's a good person.
Shut up, bitch.
All right.
I kind of like that for some reason.
Well, sorry, Joanna. You didn't get a second date with Brandon, but it sounds like at this
Wow.
point you don't want one.
No, I don't want to go on another date. And obviously, coming on with you guys was a huge mistake.
I agree. For a lot of people, that's the case. And I got to tell you, Joanna, something about you is really turning me on right now. I don't know
God.
what it is.
You are so twisted, dude.
Oh, no, please. I've seen your picture. No, you couldn't handle me anyway.
That's true, and that's why I think I love you. Oh, the coffee shop. It's a great place to meet people.
Yeah.
I know when I've ever been trying to meet a lady, I always go hang out at the coffee shop because you can tell a lot about somebody based on what they order.
Oh,
For
amen.
example, if the girl next to me orders a Frappuccino, I know she likes whipped cream on stuff.
That's not what it tells you.
Or, let's say she orders a hot chocolate.
Yeah.
That means she probably likes chocolate on stuff.
No.
Okay.
God,
I don't-
you're-
Maybe even some whipped cream.
You
There's
are
a
horrible at deciphering. who
lot of
people are.
freaky people at the coffee shop.
Yeah.
Them, not me. They're weird.
God,
Yeah,
yeah, those
them.
chocolate lovers.
And that's where the guy on the phone for a second date update today met the lady that he wants to call. He met her at a coffee shop. His name is Ronald. What's up, Ronald?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Good. Are you a Frappuccino guy or a hot chocolate guy?
Just coffee for me. Yeah, I'm not into all the fancy coffee stuff.
Yeah, that means he likes caffeine.
On stuff.
Uh-huh.
What?
So
it
tell us about the girl that you want to call today for your second date update.
So I met this really cool girl, Jill, at a Starbucks.
Cool.
Actually,
Okay.
I was in line in front of her, waiting to order, just looking around because it was a long line, and suddenly noticed, oh wow, there's this cute girl behind me.
Did you spend the rest of the time trying not to look behind you, but also wanting to look behind you to see?
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, I basically tried to look at her without being creepy, but obviously she's pretty. I wanted to look at her.
He's like,
You didn't put your phone in selfie taking mode and just hold it up so you could see behind you. Just taking a bunch of selfies. Don't mind me.
Smart.
because that's attractive.
No, I just tried to be cool about it, just look around and happen to catch her in my gaze. But I decided, when I got to the counter, I paid for her drink. I did kind of a pay it forward thing.
Oh, that's a good way to do it.
It is good.
Because that's commonplace at Starbucks too. So if she doesn't like you, just be like, oh, I was just doing what people do at Starbucks. But if she does really like you and want to talk to you, then you're like, sweet, it worked.
Yeah.
And it's like a bonus because it says about you, I think of
Charitable.
other people.
See,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. At Starbucks, when somebody does that, they're a giver.
Thank you, Jubal.
You can tell a lot about people at Starbucks.
So
Okay.
coffee shop.
So you did that, and did she thank you for it?
Well, yeah, so she goes to the counter and they said, oh, that guy paid for it. And, she comes to thank me and says, oh, wow, it's nice of you to do that. And I just said, I just like to do that every once in a while.
Yeah.
But actually, she was really cool to talk with and we had fun. So I just said, hey, do you want to go have dinner with me tonight?
Wow. Same night.
Yeah, and she said yes.
She did.
She did, which was awesome. So we decided, because we just met, we would just meet at the restaurant.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we did. We met at the restaurant. I mean, she has an amazing smile. She's really intelligent, really easy to talk to. And dinner was going really well and, and everything. I mean, we were having a really good time together.
Okay.
You guys were laughing at each other's jokes and...
Yeah, I just thought it was really, I don't know, I just called it an easy date.
Uh-huh.
Well, then your definition of easy date and mine is different. That's for sure. So you guys had a good dinner and you liked it. Why do you think she's not calling you back then?
I don't know. I mean, the only thing I can figure is I do have this, I don't know, kind of funny habit that, I don't know, maybe that weirded her out or something.
What is it?
I really love sushi, okay? We went to this sushi place, but I like having ketchup with my sushi.
Oh, God.
Do not.
What?
Get out of here.
That's illegal.
That's worse than ordering a steak well done.
Actually, it's really good.
Really?
And it's surprisingly, it matches really well.
No.
You know what? I'll
tried
take your word
I
that
like-
ketchup goes good with sushi, Ronald. I will take your word on that.
You're trying to say that you have a more advanced palate.
Don't knock it till you try it.
No, I'm going to knock it all day long
Yeah.
and never try it, Ronald. How about that?
Okay, so anyway, obviously, you know, it's a sushi place, so I bring my own ketchup with me. I bring little packets.
You bring your
it's that
ketchup with you to a
serious?
sushi place. That is
Whoa.
awesome.
That is commitment to the ketchup.
Well, and look, I mean, she obviously looked weird at me, and she asked a lot of questions, and I was just like, hey, this is the real me. I like ketchup on my sushi.
Hey, good.
And that was that. You know, I mean, at least I'm honest about who I am.
Yeah,
There
until
you
the
go.
sushi chef saw what you were doing and spit in your food when you didn't know it.
You're insulting us.
Exactly.
No. You know what? I'm going to open my own restaurant and just show you how good this is.
It's going to be only you eating there. So how did things end then with her?
So at the end of the date, I walked her to her car, and I leaned in for a kiss, and I got a handshake.
Ooh.
Oh, that's not a good sign.
Bad
It could
call.
be, it could be like some weird red flag to her. It could say that you're too picky or you're too demanding or you're weird.
No, come on. That's not weird. Like, weird would be like if I were making comments about whipped cream and chocolate at a coffee shop.
Touche.
That's a very good point. All right. So do you think it's a ketchup thing? The reason that she didn't even want to kiss you?
Gotta be.
Honestly, I mean, it was obviously the weirdest thing on the date, and everything else seemed to be easy. So, I don't know.
And
man.
how many times have you tried to get a hold of her since then?
Do I have to admit that?
Yes,
Yes.
please.
Oh.
I don't know. I mean, I've texted her and called her a few times.
Uh-oh.
That's double digits.
Okay, so probably too much at this point. Well, we'll do it one more time for you. We'll play a song and then come back and call her and get your second date update, all right? Just hang on.
All right, thanks.
Okay, we'll do it next.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Right in the middle of your second date update, and if you're just joining us, Ronald is on the phone, and Ronald met a girl named Jill and took her out for sushi.
Yeah.
If you don't know what sushi is, it's an ancient Japanese art
What?
where they carve up fish and place it on a bed of rice and maybe add some seaweed in to create a beautiful flavor combination.
Everybody knows. Why are you
Yeah.
And Ronald, who's on the phone, has taken sushi to the next level. He likes to add something that we here in America call ketchup to their sushi.
You can't
not
even say it
Asian.
like that and make it sound fancy.
Ketchup is a fairly new thing,
No, it's not.
and it basically just covers up the flavor of whatever it's on, making it taste like tomato sauce.
Yeah, with a lot of sugar in it. Sugar
Yes.
tomato sauce.
Ronald thinks that maybe putting ketchup on his sushi might have sealed his fate, and that's the reason his date isn't calling back, because he knows it's weird, but at least he owns it. Ronald, are you ready to call Jill and find out if putting ketchup on your sushi ruined your date?
Yeah, I'm ready to find out.
And now, if she has a problem with it, do you want to continue to pursue a second date?
Yeah, I would. I mean, she's really cool, and she's very easy to get along with, and, I'm curious to see what happened.
Would you stop using ketchup if she asked you to?
No, I would not do that.
Okay, so you like her enough, but you don't like her enough to drop ketchup.
Yeah.
Correct.
All right, I'm going to dial her phone number right now and see if we can figure out what went wrong, okay?
All right.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Jill, please?
Yeah, this is Jill. Can I ask who's calling?
Yes, you can, Jill. This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the morning. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good. Are you familiar with who I am at all?
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
just kind of curious why you're calling.
So you've heard the radio show Brook and Jubal in the morning before. I just want to make very clear, because sometimes people really have no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've heard it.
Okay.
I think it's clear in her giggle that
Have
she's
you,
heard it before.
Well, what would you say if I told you that I'm calling to do a second date update with you?
You're not serious right now, are you?
Yes, I am completely serious. You went out with a dude named Ronald a little while ago, and now you're not calling him back.
Oh.
Whoa.
There goes the giggle.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Suddenly you're not laughing.
Yeah, no, I went out with Ronald.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
we know that. Yeah, I got your phone number and everything from him, and we talked to him a little bit about your date. He thinks that you're not calling him back because he puts ketchup on his sushi.
Yeah, that was definitely a new experience.
That's one way to put it.
Yeah.
Did you think that maybe he was too picky or unclassified or?
No, I mean, I don't know if he told you this, but I actually did try it.
What?
You did?
Oh,
Yeah, I did.
you're brave.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have done that.
I would have punched him right in the face if he had offered me some sushi with ketchup on it.
What did it taste like?
It wasn't the worst thing in the world, but I don't think that I would do it again.
Okay.
So he didn't convert you over to putting ketchup on your sushi, I guess.
No, he did not.
So if you tried it, I'm guessing that that's not the reason you're calling him back.
Yeah, no, that's not.
So why are you giving him the cold shoulder then?
To be honest with you guys, at the end of the date, our server came up and offered us coffee, and
Don't tell me
No,
did he put ketchup in his coffee? too?
That would have
he
been
didn't.
amazing.
But that I think I would have probably just walked out at that point. No, I'm kidding. No, so I wanted coffee, so I said yes to the server, and I asked him. I was like, "Do you want some also?" And he goes, "No, I don't drink coffee." And
You guys met at Starbucks, though, didn't you?
Yeah.
Exactly. So I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. And I was like, we met at Starbucks. What do you mean you don't drink coffee?
Yeah.
And then he went on to tell me that he just goes to different coffee shops trying to meet girls.
Whoa.
And that took a completely different turn for me.
Why would he tell you that? Why wouldn't he just say, I'm really a tea guy, and they have a great line of teas there?
Yeah, I like lemonade.
Good question.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, honestly, it made me question. Like, in my head, I was thinking, wow, we met so organically. This is such a cute story. Meeting at Starbucks, he paid for my drink. And then it's not that cute when you realize he could be doing this every day with a different girl. And, then I started thinking, I was like, I don't even remember him ordering a drink. Like, did he just, see me and decide to get in front of me just so he could pay for my drink and just so he can have an excuse to talk to me? Things didn't line up, and it was kind of starting to seem a little creepy, I want to say.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to say something here.
Oops.
Jill, you might have forgotten. You say you listen to the second date updates, and Ronald is on the other line and wants to talk to you.
Oh,
Yeah, forgot, huh?
Yeah.
yeah.
Hi, Jill. I guess I'm a little surprised at your reaction to that. I mean, the thing is, I told you in confidence that I do this, but I don't go to coffee shops every day. It's not like, some kind of lifestyle or something, but, I just told you that in private, that I go to coffee shops every once in a while to meet people.
Yeah, it just feels a little out there to me. It seems almost like you scope out people and go and meet them, which I don't know. That just, to me, seems a little creepy.
Well, I guess I don't understand. How is that creepy? I mean, there's, I not only am I honest about it, but I'm not hanging out in bars or online or,
Do you wait
and I actually
watch people and then, attack them like it's your prey? That's what it sounds
No, not at all. Did I attack you like prey? No, we actually had a conversation and we met
You didn't
and.
order coffee at the coffee shop. You were like, did you see me and just decide that you wanted to stand in front of me at the coffee shop and then use that as your excuse to talk to me? That to me seems a little creepy. And for me, I don't know how many people you've done that with, and it
No,
seems
listen, I've only done it like a few times. It's not, but it's really, where are you supposed to meet people? I mean, and the cool thing is I met you and we had a really easy conversation and a good time out. And I just don't understand why it's that creepy.
I mean, you make very good points. We did have a very nice conversation and all. I don't know. I think I was just very taken aback by it. And it just kind of made the date feel less authentic.
Yeah, but Jill, I mean, have you ever done online dating?
Yeah, and that's the thing. I understand now more where he's coming from. Ronald, if we're being honest now and we're being open and everything, how many people have you done this to? Like, what is the exact number of girls that you have seen at a coffee shop, decided you wanted to go out with them, and bought them a coffee?
Yeah, Ronald, how many women have you bought coffee for?
I mean, the way you describe it, it sounds like he's sitting in the corner with binoculars, taking,
He
pictures.
might be, for all I know.
Well, look, Jill, I mean, the number of people is irrelevant. The point is, did you have a good time?
Yeah, I did. I had a good time, but you need to tell me how many people you've done this to. You need to be honest with me.
But that's not the point. The point is, we met because I was sitting in that coffee shop waiting for you to walk in.
Bad choice of words.
Yeah, that sounds creepy.
I don't feel like, Jill, you really want to know the answer to the question that you're asking. I feel like that's only going to make things worse for you.
I think you might be right.
Look, I don't know what you want. I was honest with you about the sushi. I was totally upfront about this. I mean, look, I don't know how many people I've met there. It's probably somewhere between, 30 and 50.
Whoa.
Whoa.
You must be notorious among baristas. They see Ronald coming from a mile away.
And you must also be rich. That's a lot of coffee to buy for people. Hey, Jill, would you like to go out with Ronald on a second date? We will pay for it.
I'm not going to lie. I thought you were going to say that it was going to be between 5 and 10 people, but 30 and 50, that's a lot.
Come on, Jill. I mean, what's the difference? He could be sitting on Tinder swiping left and right on hundreds of people's pictures.
No, in person, it's totally creepier. If you're watching a person as they come in, that's so much creepier than online dating.
Yeah. I guess that both parties on online dating know what they're in for.
Yeah.
In Ronald's case, it's only Ronald that knows what he's in for.
No, hey, I don't appreciate that comment.
Well, Jill, will you go out with Ronald again? Just one more date.
I don't know. We have fun, but I think it was just a little much for me.
Okay, what if he just shows up at the next coffee shop you go to? Will you share coffee with him then?
I think I might run in the other direction now.
Oh, come on.
I'm sorry, Ronald. You didn't get a second date.
Well, hey, I was honest. And if she doesn't like honesty, then obviously she's not the girl for me.
Yeah,
There you
and
go.
I think probably a lot of women aren't the girl for you. But you'll find the one that is eventually, Ronald.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
A text in at 78592 says, I'm pretty sure that guy should actually be arrested for putting ketchup on sushi. And I think I agree with you. We're talking about today's second date update. If you missed it, Ronald wanted to call Jill. They met at Starbucks. They went out for sushi, and he thought the reason that he wasn't getting a call back was because he puts ketchup on his sushi. And it turns out that wasn't the thing that turned her off. It was a little disgusting, I guess, to her, but she actually tried it and just said it wasn't my cup of tea.
Wow,
the
impressed.
reason that she didn't want to go out with him again was during the date, he revealed that he doesn't even drink coffee. He just goes to coffee places and waits for people to come in so he can strike up a conversation and ask him out on a date. So she was like, it just felt creepy that he was doing that.
I don't know. I think that's kind of judgy. And he was so honest about it. I mean, maybe he was too honest about it, and that's what bit him.
The thing is, it's too honest
Right.
can hurt you.
The thing is,
Well,
since the internet, now, if you ask anybody out in person, you're always a creep.
Yeah,
Like,
right?
I feel like
It's
people
sad.
used to do that 20, 30 years ago. They would wait around to try to find people. But now if you talk to anybody in person,
like-
you're a weirdo. It's like, whoa. Wait till I post something
Yeah.
and then randomly send me a message in my DMs.
Or like 40
Yeah.
of my pictures.
Yeah, and then we'll go out. Don't be so forward, you freak.
Right. Send me nude photos before
Yeah.
we even go out.
Don't just sit at a
That's the
coffee
normal
shop.
way to do it.
So they agreed to not go out again. She didn't want to see him again because she thinks he's a weirdo who just stalks women at coffee shops.
Well, he has gotten 30 to 50 dates that
That
way.
is-
So that, I mean,
And-
it's impressive.
Who really cares? He puts ketchup on sushi, and that's
Yeah.
the biggest
He
thing.
means nothing to us.
Yeah. You know, whenever we go out and do appearances, like stand outside of a tire shop and shake hands for 4 hours,
God, radio is so glorious,
It-
isn't
Sometimes
it?
6
is
hours.
a
Yeah.
glamorous industry we work in.
It
Shoot.
really is.
Well, we get asked questions a lot, like, why don't you do updates on the couples from your second date updates? And I'm like, duh, we already do them. Where you been?
Okay, you are sassy
I
sometimes.
am. I get super sassy.
Yeah.
Look at that.
And that's what we're doing today. We're talking to a couple that you may remember They went out on a date, a stuntman date.
I loved this story.
It was one of the most intense hangouts we've ever heard. And now there's another chapter to the story. So we'll play the original second date update so you can remember it. And then immediately after that, you'll find out what's new in their lives with the second date update right now.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Taking a girl to your work on a first date. In some instances, that could be a good idea. Like if you're the captain of a luxury yacht.
Okay.
yeah.
I was going to
That'd be
go
cool.
with no until you said that. I can see
Some
that now.
cases, could be a bad idea, like if you're a janitor. Probably not a good place to take somebody on a first date. Well, the guy on the phone for a second date update today, his name is Mike, and he took the girl that he liked to his job for his date, and I think that was a terrible idea. What's up, Mike?
Hey, man, how you doing? What's up with you?
Hey, Mike. Are you a janitor, Mike? I'm just going to get that right out on the phone.
No, it's way cooler than that.
Okay.
I'll give you that, Mike. You do have a cool job. We'll get to that in just a second, but first, let's hear a little bit about the girl you went out with. What's her name?
Her name's Katrina. She's rocking. She has a rocking body. I met her at a gym.
Oh, God. I just never think that really works out. I'm impressed already, Mike.
It almost didn't work out for a long time. I mean, I followed her for about 11 months, a year in the gym, just like...
Mike, that's creepy.
You should choose different words, Mike.
No. I didn't follow her. I saw her. We ran into each other. In fact, we talked several times. I mean, she really seemed interested.
So how did you finally work up the courage to ask her out?
Well, I met her over a year ago, and I asked her out the first time I saw her.
Oh.
Whoa.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't wait for it. I saw what I wanted. She was beautiful. She said no.
Never mind.
So you were persistent for a whole year, and you finally wore her down.
Now you're getting me, Brooke.
Okay.
It took you a year to finally get a date with her. What was the magic words that actually got you in the door?
The magic words was I already asked her out 10 times. Here's the 11th. What do you say?
She said, okay, fine.
Hey, she said yes.
Okay.
All right. Only took you 11 tries and you did it.
That's
Congratulations.
it's actually kind of romantic. I mean, you obviously were super into this girl. Were you really nervous before your guys' date?
No, I wasn't nervous at all. I was taking her to my job, and my job's pretty cool, so I thought that was a winner.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And that's what your email said. You think that might have actually ruined your chances for a second date. Why do you think that is?
Honestly, I don't think she liked it. I took her to a movie set. First of all, I'm a stuntman. I'm a stuntman on major movies.
Oh.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so I got some of the guys while we was a closed set to plan out a whole stunt, and it was a lot of money spent. I mean, a lot of money, time, and people.
So what kind of stunts were you doing? I'm not a guy that likes adventure a lot, so for me, a big crazy stunt would be like, let's just cross the street in the middle of the road and not the crosswalk. That would have been enough for me. What'd you do?
The stunt was being blown out of a building.
What?
Whoa.
Wait,
Oh my
you took her on
God.
a date to show her you getting blown out of a building?
No, we got blown out of a building together.
Oh, wait, you
What?
are...
What?
She was participating in this?
Talk about trust and team building.
Right?
What more do you want,
Whoa.
Brooke?
Dude, that's crazy.
How
Wait, so...
how
Whoa.
safe was this?
It was totally safe. She was definitely padded. We were hooked to a crane. We had our jerk vest. We had everything we needed. The explosion was a little bigger. Now, I will say that. It was a little bigger than we expected, and the fire did cross our faces and our body. But we had...
Dude.
No. We put enough fire protecting on us that we were totally okay, but she wasn't okay with it.
Yeah, she doesn't have eyebrows anymore, but it was fine.
It's funny you say that. She mentioned that her eyebrows were singed and she's smelling burning and this and that, but her face looked intact when I saw her. And,
Face looked intact.
and what do you expect? We're getting blown out of a building. It's a little, fire.
Oh my God.
So wait,
Yeah.
did you tell her exactly what was going to happen in this stunt?
Once we got everything strapped up and we were a go, I let her know. She was a little nervous.
Yeah, you
Are
think
you kidding?
that's a conversation, don't you think, Mike, you should have had before you even went out? Like, hey, what do you think about this. We go get blown out of a building or do dinner.
No, I told her a movie set. She was all about it.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean.
And you're only partially sure that that's the reason she's not calling you back. Because it sounds like it should be 100% the reason why she's not calling you back.
Well, Brooke, it's never safe to assume anything.
Okay.
She listened. No. She never once told me she didn't like it.
Okay.
Afterward, I asked her, did she want to eat? She said no. She would rather go home. And, honestly, sometimes when I'm doing things like that, I have so much adrenaline. I don't want to eat afterward.
Yeah.
It's just like a high. So I was like, oh, okay.
Or it's that you just had your face almost burned off and just really, that tends to make people lose their appetite,
Yeah. I mean, you have a point.
Small point.
So
Have you heard from her since this date?
No. I mean, she kind of just oddly disappeared. And that's why I got in touch with you guys, honestly.
Okay, so she hasn't been at the gym or anything.
No, it's almost like she just kind of switched times because we've been doing the same thing for a year. I mean, it's not hard to run into her, and I'm not seeing her.
Yeah, she's avoiding you. I can tell you that right now.
Totally.
All right, Mike, we're going to play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
I appreciate it.
No problem. We'll do it right after this. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
They say that near-death experiences can actually bring people together.
Mm-hmm.
That is, unless the near-death experience was planned by you, and in the process, you burned your date's eyebrows off.
Whoa.
Because that's exactly what happened in today's second date update.
Ooh, epic.
Mike met Katrina at the gym, and he'd been asking her out for a long time. It took him 11 tries to ask her out. And Mike is a stuntman, and he decided to take Katrina to his job for their date. And he planned to have them blown out of a building together.
Oh, man.
And he did it. And she singed her eyebrows and seemed really scared and upset by the whole deal. And now she hasn't called him back. She even declined going to dinner with him later. But it sounds like an epic saga. And we're about to see if we can figure out why she's not calling him back, even though we all probably know. Mike, are you ready to give Katrina a call?
Yeah, that music got me pumped. I'm ready.
Oh, gosh,
Yeah.
Mike. You need to calm it down. Now, Mike, I'm going to be honest with you. I think your date sounds amazing, and I would totally be on board.
Really?
Yeah, but...
You know what, Brooke? I knew it when you were talking to me.
Yeah, but obviously I don't think she was. Have you had a chance to apologize to her via text or anything that you scared her?
But hold on. You think I need to apologize? I mean, what would I apologize for? It was a great date.
You need to apologize for almost killing her.
But, Brooke, you did say you would like that, huh?
Yeah, but I'm not her.
Yeah. Not everybody wants to almost die on a first date. Just some people.
You guys are taking this almost death. I mean, it was blown out of a building. She was padded up,
Fire crossed her face and singed her eyebrows, Mike. Fire crossed her face and singed her eyebrows.
Everybody's been burned a little.
Okay.
He's right. He's right.
Come on.
Okay, I'm going to dial her phone number right now, man. Here we go.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Katrina?
this is Katrina.
Hey, Katrina, how are you? This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the morning.
Brooke and Jubal. I've never heard of that.
That's okay. There's a lot of people who haven't. I'm calling you today because one of your friends listens to our show, and he actually emailed us about you.
One of my friends emailed you.
Well, it's more of a guy that you went on a date with.
What?
Yeah, it's a guy that you went out on a date with. He emailed us about you and wanted to see if we could get you on the phone.
When was the date?
Well, I'm going to guess that you probably remember it because it might be the only date you've ever been on where you've been blown out of a building.
Oh, my God.
We are all impressed that you survived that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you and me both.
Mike, who took you on that date, emailed us to see if we could figure out why you're not calling him back.
You're kidding. Oh, my God.
No, he's really curious.
Mike has a lot of surprises, doesn't he, Katrina?
Yeah, to say the least. He's got them blowing out of his everywhere.
So is the reason you're not calling him back because the date was scary? Because it sounded horrifying to me.
Well, it started out good, and I mean, it was different. Different's a better word.
Yeah, but I mean, it sounds like you're totally avoiding him. He said that he hasn't even seen you at the gym. Like, you changed your entire schedule.
Well, I had to recover.
Recover?
Have you ever been on a date like that? You might want to think about if you want to see that person again right away, right?
I've been on a lot of dates like that, but never because I was blown out of a building.
Right, so if you can imagine, I'm going to take a little more time.
Okay.
I don't even know how to look him in the face right now.
Well, why? Because you were scared? I mean, you were that scared? You don't know how to look at him in
Well, I don't know what he told you.
He told us that he met you at the gym. He'd been asking you out for a long time, and you finally said yes. And then he did take your date to work day, where he took you to his job, and he's a stuntman. And then he did a little thing where you guys got blown out of a building. He thinks that you were scared and also a little upset because apparently it singed your eyebrows.
Well, it did singe my eyebrows, but they grew back. But he didn't say that I wet myself. Oh my God!
What? Wait, you did what? I didn't hear.
Repeat
Say that.
yourself.
What happened?
Girl, it's okay. You're in the company of people who have done the same thing.
What happened?
Did you pee your pants?
Oh!
I did pee my pants. Now that has not happened, since I was a kid.
Oh my God!
Like,
No way.
how wet are we talking? Like a little wet, or all the way down to your knees wet?
It was pretty down to my knees. Like, I just knew he saw it. Oh my God.
Hey, don't feel bad about it, Katrina. I've peed my pants 3 times with him just telling me the story. So big deal. You got blown out of a building. It's okay to pee your pants in that situation.
Oh my God!
Yeah, but I think he actually noticed.
Why do you think he noticed?
Well, he looked at me kind of stunned, and he was like looking me up and down. And so I thought, even though he said, you want to go to dinner, I thought he was just being nice.
You smelled like urine. That could have been another reason why he noticed.
Well, I smelled like smoke, but...
Oh, okay.
I bet.
It covered up the scent of pee.
Yeah.
He didn't mention anything to us about you peeing your pants, though.
No?
No.
I'd be surprised by that because he had to, undo my harness and help me out of this. Yeah, I'd totally be surprised. It was pretty obvious.
Oh, man.
But okay, granted, you would be really embarrassed. I understand why you would be. But he obviously was into you. Like, he's tried to call you. You just have totally ghosted him.
But I peed my pants our first date. Like, how do you come back from that?
I don't know. You only go up after that. That's the great part of it.
You know what, Katrina? I know you're not good with surprises, and I don't want you to make the same mistake twice, but Mike is actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you. Try not to pee your pants.
Oh, my God.
Katrina, you don't listen. You don't have to be embarrassed. In fact, I knew I was just keeping it quiet. I didn't want my friends to know you had peed on yourself. I did it. Listen. No, I did it. I did it my first time. At least you did it like a champion. You were wearing all black. Nobody noticed. You know.
You noticed.
Well, obviously, I noticed. I'm
goodness.
taking your harness off. I'm bending down in front of you. I smell pee.
God.
Come on.
And technically, it's all your fault.
Yes.
So wait, Mike, you were going to take her to dinner with wet pants?
I didn't want to draw attention to it or embarrass her, but I still wanted to spend time with her, so I didn't know what to do.
Hey.
That says a lot. A man who's going to take you out to dinner with pee pants on, he likes you.
It's kind of romantic.
I mean, I don't know what to say to that. I was so embarrassed.
Oh.
Come on.
Well, say that you will answer my phone call when I call you next time.
Okay, I could do that.
Are you sure about that? You didn't sound very positive.
Well, I mean, it's nice, but I still have to look him in the face knowing that I did that. So, I might not sound excited, but it's nice. I liked him up until I peed my pants.
Katrina, I peed my pants before, and I'll even go even further to say I even my pants once before
Oh, that's too far.
during a stunt. Does that make you feel better?
TMI.
Wait, can I just
I
ask,
admitted this.
what stunt made you poop yourself?
Listen, don't worry about what stunt it was. just know, Katrina, that it has been much worse for me. And you shouldn't feel bad for what happened to you. It's totally normal, and I respect you for it.
There you go. Mutual respect for peeing your pants. Katrina, would you go out with Mike again on another date? We will pay for it.
Come on.
Yeah, I mean,
As long as I get to pick the date and we're not like jumping out of a car going 100 miles an hour, I will say yes to that.
Yay!
Okay, so that's an official yes.
Yes.
oh my gosh, you guys are actually really cute.
That's
I
awesome.
know.
Yes.
Congrats.
Oh, man, but now there's pressure. I got to figure out what to come up with for the next date.
I mean, once you already make a girl pee her pants, what else can you do?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
That was a second date update from a few months ago, and every once in a while we actually get an update on the update.
Yeah.
And Katrina and Mike are on the phone with us right now. What's up, guys?
Hey, how are you?
Oh, hey, look at you're talking at the same time. You're so in sync.
That's true.
Are you guys still peeing on yourselves? Or
That was just Katrina.
oh yeah, Katrina, you still peeing on yourself? How are things going?
No, I am not.
Okay.
So things are going good with you, or our producer reached out to see if we can get an update.
Well, things were going great. We were dating for like a few weeks, and then something really big happened. And Mike, you want to tell him, or you want me to do it?
No. Yeah, something awesome happened. I got a great offer for a job to move to Hollywood.
What? All right, stuntman.
Yes.
Big time.
Like, I'm a full-time double for my actor, and my girl got to move down with me.
Wait, hold up. Slow it down, Mike. You're just dropping the bomb on us that after dating a couple weeks, Katrina, you moved down with him?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah, I dropped the bomb on her. I told her I wanted her to come with me.
Oh wow! So you guys have moved to Hollywood now.
Yeah, living together.
Shut up. What made you make that decision, Katrina?
We were in such a good thing for those few weeks that I thought, follow your instincts, girl.
Yeah,
All right.
You never know.
Okay.
Oh my God, I am such a scaredy cat. I don't know if I could have done
Me
it.
neither.
I mean, if I could get blown out of a building with this guy, I can move to California with him, I feel like.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, how bad could it be living with him if you've already got blown out of a building and peed yourself in front of him? Like,
Dude, I would have peed myself on that decision more than the building one. I'm going to tell you what. That's scary.
I think it's great. I get to go on the movie sets with Mike and see him work, which is pretty awesome, and watch other people get blown out of buildings. And a couple of weeks ago, I got to meet Matt Damon, so I'm meeting stars. I mean, it's brief, but it's fun.
Oh my God, your social media profile pics are going to be so much better now.
yeah, and that's what relationships are all about. Like, is if you can make the person's social media better, and that's what it sounds like Mike has done for you.
Congrats, you guys.
That's so cute. How are you doing with it all, Mike?
Well, I think it's awesome. I mean, for her to drop where she was and to trust in a relationship that she didn't really know, it meant a lot. So I think I put a lot into it. I didn't just want her to move out here. I tried to make sure she had a job. Even Katrina, tell him, I mean, you've been even going on set as an extra, and it's been really cool. And who knows? You never know. This might be wedding bells ringing. And
Oh. Wow. Did you know about this, Katrina?
No, I didn't know about this.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, I don't mean to jump the gun, but yeah. I mean, things are going great. I'll just put that out there.
All right. And if they ever don't go great, you're a stuntman. You could always fake your own death very easily. So you can get out of it if you need to.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
The guy on the phone for a second date update today thinks that his date was ruined by pirates.
What?
Yeah.
This is the most awesome start of any second date we've ever had.
No way.
It doesn't happen often, but every once in a while, pirates will come in and just ruin a date. Those guys are jerks. They're always doing things like that.
No.
His name is Paul, not the pirate, the guy that's date was ruined.
Okay.
No, it wasn't some pirate named Paul that showed up. And his email said that pirates came up, and he thinks that's what ruined his date. Paul, what's up?
Hey, how are you?
Is this like some figure of speech we don't understand?
Or were you in Somalia?
It's right in between.
Right in between. Okay, so before we find out how pirates ruined your date, who's the girl that you went out with? What's her name?
Vicky.
Vicky,
Okay.
and where did you meet Vicky? On the high seas?
No, I met her on this new app, Bumble. Have you guys heard of it?
Yeah, that's not new,
Yeah.
Paul.
It's been around for a little bit.
It's kind of like the thing right now, though.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, well, I thought it was like the cool new thing.
It is cool.
I mean, I think it is.
It's the
kind
one
of, but it's
where-
been around for a while. It's the one where the ladies choose the dudes.
Okay, yeah, so you guys have heard of it.
Yeah.
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 All right. So your friends
Okay.
told you to try Bumble, and that's where you met her.
Yeah, so we matched on Bumble, chatted a little bit, and thought I would take her out for some drinks, and she said yes.
Now, was this
Right,
your
and then-
first ever like online dating experience?
No, I've tried Tinder before, went on a couple unsuccessful dates, and I tried Craigslist one time, and that definitely was the...
I don't know why you thought that would work.
That's where you could probably find a real life pirate.
It's a good
Tell
point,
us about
Jubal.
the pirates. What does that mean? You said you think your date was ruined by pirates?
Okay, so here's the thing. I took her out to get some drinks, and I know that for me, it takes about 2 to 3 drinks to really loosen up and get good at conversation.
Okay.
Okay.
So first drinks, things were still kind of stiff. Second drink, things started to get better. And then by the third drink, I think I may have gone too far.
Why?
Because for some reason, pirates came up. And
Like in conversation, or they sauntered up to your table?
in conversation.
Okay.
Okay.
And I thought it would be funny to talk in a pirate voice, like, "Our matey, the 7 seas be," stuff like that.
Well, it's hard. Okay, Paul, to your defense, it's hard not to do that when anyone brings up pirates. We all want to say something about booty and walking the plank and the whole thing.
Yeah, it's true. Why do you think that ruined your date?
Well, it was fine at first, but I got stuck in the pirate voice for, not exaggerating, 5 to 10 straight minutes.
Oh,
It
that's a
sounds
lot
like
of.
a condition where you literally just got stuck and couldn't get out of it.
Yeah, it really felt like a medical condition.
Could you tell that she was like, okay, joke over at a certain point, or did you just keep going and you weren't aware of that?
I definitely just kept going, and at this point, she was barely even responding. I mean, I'm sure she was just trying to think of ways to escape the situation.
God, you needed help escaping the pirate voice. More like it. You should have slipped her a note that said, "Help me. I've been captured."
If I could have, I would have, but that was the problem. Was I just kept going.
Yeah.
So, how quickly did your date end after you got a case of the pirates?
Well, eventually, I was able to get back to my normal voice. I dropped the whole pirate thing and sincerely apologized for going on for too long. She, accepted my apology, and we moved on and had a pretty good conversation after that.
She didn't bolt right after the pirate, so
No,
that's a good
she
sign.
didn't bolt. Maybe just out of courtesy, so it wouldn't be very obvious.
So, how did everything end with her then?
So things were wrapping up, and she said she needed to get out of here, and she said that her friend was coming to pick her up. So I waited, and I didn't want to, try to kiss her in front of her friend and after everything. So
Yeah, well, that's not a pirate move. A pirate would have grabbed her right in front of her friend and made out with her.
Well, the thing is, I'm not actually a pirate. If I was, I probably would have definitely gotten a second date.
It all makes more sense now that he established that.
And you've heard nothing back from her at all?
No.
Okay. Well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update if you ask for your second date update in a pirate voice.
Oh, gosh.
Let's hear it, Paul.
Give me a second date update, matey.
Oh, my God.
All right. Well, perfect. We'll do it right after this.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
I told myself I wouldn't do it, but fortunately, I can't help it. Arrgh. Welcome back to ye second date update, where Pirate Paul is on the phone. Will he be getting a date or walking the plank?
Arrgh.
All right, got it out of my system.
You know that everyone in the car right now just did the same arg.
I know, they did.
It's so hard not to.
Right in the middle of a second date update, and Paul is on the phone. The reason for the pirate theme is because Paul thinks that his pirate impersonation killed his chances at a second date. He went out with a girl named Vicky, who he met on Bumble. They were hanging out, and then they got on the subject of pirates, and then he started talking like a pirate, and then, to use his words, got stuck in pirate mode and couldn't stop, and went on for like 10 minutes, and he feels like that joke just went way too far, and she might think he's kind of a weirdo. You ready to go, Paul? Ready to call her?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go.
And you're sure you can stay away from Pirate Paul, right?
I'm trying to stay out of the pirate voice.
Okay.
Just don't call
Right,
her a
now-
wench, okay?
Yeah.
Well, if I enter pirate mode, who knows what will happen?
Yeah. You're not in control at that point. All right. I'm going to dial her phone number right now and see if we can figure out why she's not calling you back, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Hello.
Can I speak to Vicky, please?
This is Vicky.
Hey, Vicky. How are you? This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the morning.
Hi.
Hi.
Why are you calling me?
I just wanted to ask you a couple questions about some stuff.
Hey, Vicky.
How did you get my number?
From someone.
Okay, what is going on?
This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
I know it's a radio show, but why are you calling me?
You recently went out with a dude who liked you a lot, and now you're not calling him back. So he sent us an email asking if we could get you on the phone to figure out what happened. His name's Paul.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you remember Paul?
I remember Paul.
Yeah.
He told us about your date and how he kept talking in pirate. He thinks that might have turned you off.
Yeah. It was really weird. He was really normal at first, and then, I don't even remember how we got into the conversation about pirates, but we started talking about pirates, and then he wouldn't stop talking in a pirate voice, and it went on for, what seemed like forever. He wouldn't stop.
Yeah.
He did tell us that, and he knows that he kind of screwed up by doing that.
Yeah, I mean, he kept making these jokes. He kept saying, something poop deck. He just kept saying poop deck.
Yes.
I don't know. I guess he thought it was funny, but it was just really weird. It reached the point where it wasn't funny, and then he kept going for a really long time after that.
So after Pirate Voice, you weren't attracted to him anymore?
I mean, it was cute at first, and then it just got really weird.
Yeah.
And then he started talking to me about other dates he was going to go on later in the week.
What?
He switched up to we were friends or
What?
something.
Wait, hold on. Rewind just a little bit. You said he was talking about dates he was going on later in the week?
Yeah, so we matched on Bumble, and he was talking to me about other people that he matched with, and then was just casually bringing up oh yeah, on Wednesday I'm gonna go out with this person. Should I bring her flowers? What would you suggest that I do?
Dude.
That is, was it a weird attempt to bond with you over both doing the dating app? I'm just trying to figure out why someone would ever bring that up.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was really weird, and I didn't really know him, so it's not I was getting crazy jealous or something because this was our first date, but that just seems like such a weird, kind of really rude thing to do if you're on a date with someone.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that should usually be common sense, but
We're talking
if you're
about
also going to go talk like a pirate
Yeah.
for 10 minutes, you might not understand that's not exactly what you do on a date.
That's a good point.
That's so weird, though. If someone did that to me, I would read it as they weren't interested in me and that they were trying to friend zone me.
Right, which, had he not done the pirate voice, maybe I would have immediately gone to that assumption, but I think I just felt like he didn't understand how dates are supposed to go.
I think you are astute.
How did you react, by the way, when he was telling you about these other girls?
So I told him my opinion on whatever he brought up. Yeah, sure. I'm sure she'd like it if you brought her daisies. I don't know.
You gave him solid dating advice.
Yeah.
I guess, sure. Yeah. I mean, now I'm like, I probably should have just told him off.
Well, you can tell him off because he's on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
He's what?
He's listening to this conversation and wants to talk to you.
Hey, Vicky.
Oh, my God. What? Why? What is wrong with you? Why would you do this?
I just wanted to see what's up and thought that this would be a funny way to get your attention.
Funny way?
Did you think that talking about other girls on our date was going to get my attention?
Well, we've only been on one date, so why is it a problem if I brought up other girls?
What? No, Paul, no.
It's still a date.
Why would you?
No matter what, it doesn't matter how long, you're still going on a date with somebody. You don't bring up other dates usually.
I don't know. It kind of sounds like she's a little bit jealous.
What are you talking about, Paul? Have you lost your mind?
Dude.
It's not like we're exclusive or anything. I'm allowed to see other people, and you should be okay with that.
Yeah, Paul, that's fine. That's what dating is. But I feel like it's kind of an unsaid rule that you don't ask the other people you're dating about advice for other dates.
Right?
It's just a question. You don't need to be, scared of a question.
I'm not scared of a question. I don't freaking care if you're dating other people. That's fine, but I don't want to give you advice about it. That just makes me feel like I'm completely not important.
I don't know. Your tone and everything, you sound a little bit jealous.
Paul,
I'm not jealous. I just think it's friggin' insane that you would bring up other girls while you're on a date with me. Why are you asking me for dating advice? Don't you have friends to help you with that? What?
Who would be a better person to ask for dating advice than the person I'm currently on a date with?
That's
Paul,
in a weird way, Paul. That's a good point, but no, you're not supposed to do that.
No, you're not supposed to do that.
Why else would you care?
Oh, my God. I don't care, Paul. I just don't want to go on any more dates with you because this is not how I want to date somebody. I don't want to give you advice on other people.
Well, maybe if you continued dating me, you'd be the only person I went on dates with, and that'd be pretty cool.
Oh, work your way up.
Really, out of all the girls, I like you the best.
Wow, I am so flattered. Thank you. I feel really special.
You're welcome.
Oh, my God. Honestly, Paul, just go have fun with the billion other dates you have this week. I really don't care.
It's not a billion. It's 3.
Well, still doesn't get it. Hey, Vicky, would you like to be date number 4 this week and go out with Paul one more time? We'll pay for it.
No, 1,000% no. I'll go on a date with myself.
Yeah, it's really shocking.
Come on, Vicky. We had so much fun.
Did we? For maybe the first 3 minutes. And not even to mention the freaking talking like a pirate for 10 minutes like you were frozen there.
I was stuck. I couldn't help myself.
He was stuck.
He was stuck in pirate. Vicky, come on, one more date.
You don't blame him.
Oh my
No.
Are you sure you won't go out with me?
Yes.
No, Paul, I'm not going to go out with you, matey, because you're weird.
Come on.
Brook and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592. It says, it sounds like the guy in today's second date update has never been out with anybody in his life before. And yeah, it did kind of sound like that. If you missed today's second date update, this dude named Paul wanted to call Vicky. He wasn't sure why he wasn't getting a call back. He thought maybe it was because he slipped into pirate and couldn't get out of it. Apparently, during their first date, he wouldn't stop talking like a pirate and joking around like a pirate the whole time.
Which is funny.
And we're like, dude, why didn't you just drop it after the first couple times? Like, I couldn't get out of it. I was stuck in pirate. I've never been stuck in pirate before, but he was. And when we got her on the phone and found out the reason, it's One is because of the pirate, for sure. That was weird to her. But then also, he kept talking about all these other dates that he was going on, clearly trying to be like, I got a lot of options. And that's not very impressive to go out on a date with somebody and then talk about all the other dates you have lined up.
He wanted advice from her.
Yeah,
But
that's terrible.
It is kind of sad that he can get lots of date options, and there's normal people, who can't even find one.
Yeah, I've had people text that in too.
What is going on in this world?
So yeah, he's out on the date being like, oh, I got this hot date lined up for Thursday.
Yeah.
She says that she likes to hike and stuff. Should I go hiking? What do you think I should do with her? Just asking advice. Text in at 78592 says, I just hated the guy because he had the worst pirate voice ever.
It did. I agree. It wasn't convincing or good at all.
But that's fun. That's a fun part about accents and doing impressions.
Yeah,
you
you say that because you're not good at those.
Yeah, you don't have to be good to do an impression.
Yeah, you can just, it's fun.
So they decided to not go out again, but I'm guessing for Paul it's okay because apparently he's got options just lined up.
Hey, he's got dates for days.
Yes,
is what
he
it
does.
sounds like to me.
I honestly think, though, that he was making up these other dates. Like,
I don't
some
think
guys
so.
try to impress girls and do stuff like that. I don't think he has a bunch of dates lined up.
No.
I think that's what internet dating has done to everybody.
Yeah.
It's made people have options that probably shouldn't always have that many options.
Really, all you have to do is have an okay picture and some interests, and you can find dates online. So he probably did have a lot of dates up. He's probably also not going to be getting a lot of calls back from those dates.
They're all first dates. I mean, let's be honest. We're not like talking he's got a lot of relationships on the line right now.
I'm assuming Paul will be back for more second date updates.
Let's hope.
Actually, it's only going to be Paul now in second date updates. It's like, another one didn't call me back. I don't know why.
We call the Paul updates.
Yeah. The guy on the phone for a second date update today is the creepy guy at the gym.
Oh.
I don't know that for a fact.
Oh, okay.
His name is John, and he emailed us because the girl that he wants to call today, he met her at the gym. So I'm just assuming that he's the creepy guy at the gym. Hey, you want some help? You want me to spot you on your squats? Like, get down low. You gotta get down real low. Like, lean into it with your butt. Like, do you want me to clean up after you? I'll follow you around and clean up all the benches that you're on. The sweat. Like, you're sweating a lot, but it looks hot. Was that you, John?
Yes, it's me, but I'm not what you just described, but thank you.
No problem. Your email said that you met the girl you want to call today for a second date update at the gym.
Yeah, we were in the same spin class, and we've been in the same class for actually a few weeks, so.
Oh, so you've been eyeing her for a while.
Yeah, I was kind of positioned. I was always in the back row, right behind her.
And what did I say about creepy?
Yeah. I think Jubal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Climb that hill. He's the Tour de France right now. You're looking good up there in front.
I know, it's not sounding good for me. I realize that, but I'm actually a decent human being, I promise.
Did it take you a while to work up the courage to actually ask her out on a date?
You know, I was really into her right when I met her, but what happened was at some point I fell off the bike in the middle of the class, and I happened to draw a lot of attention.
How did you fall off the bike? How'd you do that?
They're stationary, you know, like they're not that easy to
No,
fall.
these bikes have clips in it, and I've never been good with the clips, and I was trying to get on the bike, and it just was not good, and it was bad, but it was funny, and so it was. And she came up, asked if I was okay, and we started joking around, and there's clearly chemistry, and I just kind of asked her if she wanted to hang out sometime, and she said she was busy the rest of the week, but kind of flippantly, she said, how about now?
How about now? Like hang out right now?
Yeah.
Do you mean you guys had your date in the back of a spin class?
No, I live nearby, so we just went for a walk, and, I walked to my place, and I made her dinner, and it was great.
Okay, hold on, though. You guys sat in the same clothes you were taking spin class in all evening and ate dinner in them as well?
No, she had her stuff from the gym, so she just asked to shower up at my place while I was making dinner, so it worked out great.
Oh, my God. She totally went through your whole medicine cabinet to see what you're all about.
That's like a fantasy date, though. You ask someone out at the gym who you think is hot, and then all of a sudden she's at your house showering, like in the matter of hours?
Yeah, it was kind of awesome, I have to say. I mean,
It was kind of like,
yeah.
He wasn't thinking about making dinner at all. He was just thinking about hot naked girl in the other room.
I mean, it was nice to know that she was using my shower, yes. I'm not going to say that I didn't enjoy that. But hey, I cooked her a good dinner. I made her a really good, I make a great bolognese. I brought out the best wine I had, and it was good. We kind of made out a little bit. And
oh, nice.
We didn't sleep together. We just kissed. It was very innocent.
Okay.
The whole thing sounds dreamy, to be honest.
Yeah, what went wrong?
Okay, so this is where I think I made my mistake, although I don't think it was really a mistake. After she left, I went into my bathroom and I found she had these like bright yellow and patterned like yoga pants.
Okay.
In my bathroom.
And you put them on.
I I did. Actually, I did. Just as a joke, I put them on and I took a selfie.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, exactly. It was pretty funny.
No, listen to me right now. No woman ever wants to know that you fit in their pants. I am just going to lay that out there right now.
I clearly didn't fit, but that was part of the joke. So that's when I sent it to her. That was the whole point of the joke, is that I look ridiculous, and I thought I was just being silly, you know?
And what do you think she thought?
I don't know, because she never responded. And
She didn't respond?
Oh.
Dude, that's a big thing to just leave hanging there in the text world. Like, no response, not even a, happy face or...
Nothing.
Nothing. Wow. So you put on her pants, texted her a picture, and that's the last time you heard from her.
And I sent her another text saying, listen, hey, that was totally a joke. I was just trying to be funny. Do you actually want your pants back? And nothing.
Dude, and I will say, to not respond to that, those yoga pants are freaking expensive, man.
I heard, yeah.
If she wants me to replace them, I will absolutely to replace them and whatever she wants, but I can't get a hold of her in any way. She won't get back to me.
How bad did you look in the pictures?
I mean, I look ridiculous. That was the point. I look so bad.
I'm just saying, maybe it was a turnoff. Maybe she saw the picture and she's like, now I can't.
Oh, no.
Like, I can never get that image out of my head.
That's really depressing if that's right.
So, do you want to ask her for another date, or are you just trying to give her pants back?
I would love another date because I thought it was a great fit, and I thought she was...
The pants or her? Like, are you just trying to wear some more yoga pants?
No, I would like to get those pants back to her and apologize if I offended in any way, but I don't know what went wrong, and I feel bad if I drove her away from her gym. You know what I mean? Like, it's a great gym.
Yeah.
I feel horrendous if I did that.
All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and find out if you wearing her yoga pants ruined your chance at a second date, okay?
Thank you.
All right.
Every time.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Right in the middle of a second date update, and if you're just joining us, I bet John, who is on the phone to do a second date update today, wishes he was dating in the 20s. You know, back when you could try on a woman's yoga pants and you'd always get another date. Back in the 20s, they were switching up yoga pants left and right, but now you put on a woman's yoga pants and all of a sudden you're a weirdo creep. Right, John?
I am not a cross-dresser, okay? I am not.
It's okay if you are, John. You're in lovable company here.
No.
I don't even like yoga, to tell you the truth.
Well, you like wearing your date's yoga pants, and that might be a problem for you. If you're just joining us, John met Jillian, the girl he wants to call today, in a spin class. And after the spin class, they actually ended up going straight from there to his house to have dinner. And she showered over there to clean up after the gym and left her yoga pants. And after she left, he put on her yoga pants and texted her a picture, hopefully to get her to laugh at the fact that he was wearing her yoga pants. But instead, he got no response at all and hasn't even seen her at the gym. John, I'm sorry that your body is so disgusting in yoga pants that this woman will not call you back.
I'm actually in excellent condition, by the way.
Okay. I did forget an important question, though, because I'm just trying to imagine. I just meet this guy. He texts me a picture of yoga pants. It can either be really funny or really disturbing, depending on one thing. And that's what you did with your man area in that picture. Ooh. Did you tuck? Did you let it hang out?
Put a sock in it?
I don't need to tuck.
So you can't see it no matter what?
Yeah, maybe that's a problem.
I was just wearing yoga pants. I was just trying to look goofy and silly. I think I contorted my face. It was not a handsome photo.
Okay.
That was the point.
Well, we'll find out if that did you in, and that's the reason you're not getting a second date. We're going to call her right now, okay?
All right.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Jillian, please?
Yeah, this is her.
Hey, Jillian, how are you? This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the morning.
Who?
Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
A radio show?
Yeah, like the kind that's on the radio.
That's a really good descriptor.
Thanks.
Yeah, I get what a radio show is, but why are you calling me?
Oh, I'm calling you because we recently got an email about you from one of our listeners.
About me?
Yeah, it's a guy that you went on a date with.
What?
Mm-hmm. His name is John, and he looks pretty damn good in your yoga pants.
Oh, my God.
Oh, no, that's not good.
John emailed us about you because you aren't calling him back.
She emailed you and told you about me?
Yeah.
And told you about the photos?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, he told us that you met at a spin class, went back to his house and had dinner, and then after you left his house, you also left your yoga pants there, and that's when he took it upon himself to put on your yoga pants and text you a pic.
Oh my God.
I mean, from his description, your guys' date sounded dreamy.
The date was fine. I'm just not really feeling him.
Why is that? Is it because he texted you a picture of himself wearing your yoga pants?
It was definitely the picture, yeah.
Dude.
Wow.
I mean, it was risky, right? It could border like funny or super creepy. And apparently it went super creepy for you.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you just think it's funny that he's wearing your yoga pants? I mean, he was trying to joke around. You can at least see the humor in that.
Yeah, no, definitely. I see the humor in the pants, but did he send you the photos? Have you seen them?
No, he's only sent them to you, I think, or maybe some friends. I don't know. But I'd like to see them. If you got them, you want to shoot them to me? I'd like to see.
Yeah.
Trust me, you don't want to see them. They're creepy.
They're that bad?
Come on.
Yeah.
What's so
Dude,
wrong with it?
It's the man area, isn't it?
No, it had nothing to do with him wearing my yoga pants.
Then what was so bad about the picture?
Yeah.
He's shirtless in the picture.
Is his
is that-
shirtless body that disgusting to you?
It really grosses you out?
No, he's got tattoos on his chest.
Oh.
Okay, and?
Well, on one side of his chest, he's got a gun.
Whoa.
Oh, really?
Like a very intricate gun.
Okay. That can be a little jarring, maybe.
And then on the other side, he's got the words kill count.
Kill count?
Yeah, with a bunch of tally marks underneath it.
Whoa.
Like he's a murderer?
What the hell?
That is creepy. All right.
No wonder you didn't go to retrieve your yoga pants.
Yeah, no, I know, and I want nothing to do with that.
Okay, I'm sorry. Can I interject? Can I step in now?
Sure, I guess.
I'm scared,
Oh,
so
early.
go ahead.
What's that?
John is actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you, and so that was him.
Are you kidding
Hey.
me? John's on the phone right now.
Hey, sorry. Please don't freak out. Can I explain this to you?
I
I'm not a
cannot
crazy
believe this is
person.
happening right now.
I can explain this. It's not at all what you think. I swear to God.
A gun with kill count isn't what she thinks?
Okay, first of all, it's not. I didn't kill people. I hunt deer. I hunt deer with my dad since I was a kid. That gun you saw is actually the tattoo of the rifle that I got from my grandfather. It's a Remington deer rifle, and the kill count is the number of deer that I hunt. And I'm a licensed hunter. I drive a pickup. I got barrels of shelled corn in my truck.
You're not helping your case.
I just hunt deer. I don't kill people. I'm not, I'm not a gang guy at all. I just hunt, and and I'm a very responsible hunter. I prepare the venison. I store it. I use the whole deer, and that's all it is.
Oh.
John, how do I know that you're telling the truth? How do I know that this is about deer hunting?
I don't have a criminal record.
That just means you've never been caught. Yeah.
You're a really good murderer.
Do I look like a murderer? Sure. I mean, would a murderer be in a spin class? Really?
A
You know
really
what?
good question.
No, murderers like to stay healthy too, okay?
This is just getting out of hand. This is super strange to me. I don't like guns. I don't know you. I don't know who you are. Anyone can be at the gym, and I don't know. I have a bad taste in my mouth.
I totally understand that. But just to let you know, I'm a sane human being, and what's strange to me is how the yoga pants did not repulse you.
Yeah, no, I mean, the yoga pants thing was funny, but it's the fact that you have kill count written on your chest with a huge gun. You can't just send photos like that to people. I mean, you got to explain that.
Plus, it's a really mixed message with those yoga pants on.
Yes. Okay. I get it. I didn't really think of the optics on that, and I get your point, but I am not creepy. I will not hurt you. I am a good cook. Yes.
Yeah, you are a good cook. You have that going for you.
And did you like my bolognese?
Yeah, it was good.
Okay, that was with venison. That's with venison that I murdered. And
Are you sure you're a hunter?
Bad joke. My sarcasm is not coming across. It's just part of how I grew up, and there's no threat. I swear.
Even still, can you still be attracted to him if every time you guys hook up, you have to look at a gun and kill count on his chest?
What if I take a Sharpie and just put an S in front of the kill?
Skill count?
Creative.
That That sounds much more refined to me.
Hey, Jillian, would you like to go out on a second date with John? We will pay for it. I don't know a lot of serial killers that make a good bolognese. And I know a lot of serial killers. They're usually bad cooks. What? Would you like to go out with him on a second date? We will pay for it.
Okay, as long as we don't talk about guns or anything like that.
No, I promise you, I will not bring it up, and I want you to be able to at least go back to the gym and hang out. I don't want to take that away from you. I feel bad about that.
Okay.
So does that mean you're going to go out on another date, or you're just going to go back to the gym?
Yeah, no, I'll go on another date with him.
Okay, make sure to call someone beforehand just in case.
Yes, thank you.
Jillian, are you glad to know that John's not a murderer?
Absolutely.
I don't want to see what other tattoos he does have, though.
Actually, John, do you have any other tattoos that I should know about?
Why don't we get together and talk about that?
Yeah, he definitely does then.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 that says, would a murderer leave permanent evidence? Come on now.
Yes, they do it all the time.
Yeah, they do.
That's how they get caught.
Talking about today's second date update. If you missed it, this dude named John wanted to call Jillian. They met at the gym and went back to his place, kind of fooled around a little bit, and then she left. And she actually left her yoga pants there, and he sent her a picture wearing her yoga pants, joking around. And he thought that was the reason she wasn't calling back. But we got her on the phone, and we found out the reason that she wasn't calling back was because he did take that picture and send it to her. She thought the yoga pants was kind of funny, but she didn't like the tattoos that he had on his chest.
Yeah.
He had a tattoo on one side of a gun, and then on the other side it said kill count and then notches. And apparently he's an avid hunter, and those are all the deers that he's killed.
Which I do have a bone to pick with him because deer hunting, not that cool. I mean, if you're like notching down some elk you brought down with a bow, then we're talking, okay, buddy?
Somebody else texted in 78592 and said, who the hell keeps track of how many deer they've killed in their bodies? I'm an avid hunter, and I would never do that.
Yeah,
it is a little strange.
And deer are kind of like forest rats. They're everywhere.
They did agree to go out again, though.
Yeah.
Which is weird. Because you figure a tattoo like that, if it's a big enough turnoff, she wouldn't want to see him again, but she decided to go out with him one more time.
And like, imagine going to the beach with him. Like, stuff like that. Like, you gotta show that off.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to mess with you. Like, if you ever...
That's a good point.
Somebody's acting up at a bar and he takes off his shirt, they're going to be like, okay, fine, you win. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back. We'll give away another Vegas trip coming up in just a few minutes at 8:10.
Moving 92.5.